There we go. Whoop. Here we go. I think it's going live. There we go, boys and girls. How are we all going? It's been a crazy week. Happy Father's Day first up to everyone that is celebrating the day. Hope you've all had a fantastic time with family or reached out to family and friends all around and got in touch with dad if you can. Got in touch with family, whoever was your father figure. It's always lovely. Oh my goodness, lots of people all at once. Hey Amy, hey Red, Danny, Katie, my goodness, Chloe, Jade, Ella, how are we all going? It has been a pretty crazy week. Obviously, lockdowns and things like that are all on everyone's mind, and reaching out to everyone out in Sydney and Melbourne that are really doing it tough out there. I'm just jumping on earlier this week. Had a bit of a rougher session with a particular participant of ours. And look, it was great to see the particular client. It was a male. I have the particular fella each week, and it's always great to see him. And unfortunately, this week didn't go as smoothly as we would like, I suppose. I saw him in the reception area. He was already having a bit of a rough week, and in the idea of him continuing the session, there was music going on, and he's got lots of stuff going on at home as well. And unfortunately, the poor fella took it out on himself. It was just a bit too much, kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, and the poor fella took it out on himself a little bit, and it was really rough to see. My job is it's very fun. 99% of the time, I get to have a great time seeing everyone and getting to hang out with some brilliant young athletes that really work hard, and they always put smiles on faces, and it's fantastic. But yeah, this particular session was really hard. It was really hard to see a participant that I've spent plenty of time with, have that meltdown and take it out on themselves. And when myself and the support worker stepped in to try and help them kind of get through this little bit and to try and stop them from hurting themselves, the particular participant started kind of taking it out on us, and that was really really hard. And when myself and the support worker, we understand that there are some things that become a bit difficult to comprehend, or for the particular participant, it might be that they've got an emotion that they just can't convey, or they've got something going on and they really just can't they can't get what is on their mind out in order to try and process it properly with others, and to let that emotion just subside. And unfortunately, it was kind of like just the pimple got a bit too large and finally popped. And I really felt for this particular participant. There's some, a couple of changes going on, just with, like the regular stuff, like, activities will change, and support workers moving around and all that sort of stuff. But watching this particular participant really take it out on themselves and have that breakdown was really tough. It was really, really tough to watch, and I love to have, all the guys having a fantastic time at the gym, and making the gym that safe and happy place, that place that they all feel comfortable and confident and happy, and seeing the young fella take it out on himself and injure himself, and we've got a few cuts and scrapes and things like that. These things happen. That's just a part of my job. I understand that. These are just things to take. These are just things that happen, and we take them in our stride, and we just try and move on from there. And the next time I see this particular fella, I'm still going to be happy, and it's going to be big hugs and saying hi, and it's all going to be lovely. It'll be great. But at the time, it's really really hard to see someone take it out on themselves, it's really, really tough to see, because we just want to help, and you just want to be there for them, and do whatever you can to just help them get through whatever. And when the only action you do have to help that is to just get in the way, it really sucks. It really sucks. And you obviously you do whatever you can to help the participant. And we as I say, we've came away with a few cuts and bruises. Myself and the other support worker, unfortunately, copped a little bit more of it. Which is, as I say, it's all a part of the job. But I really feel for the participant, because the last thing we want is hey Slater, I can tell you about the photo behind us later. Um, we obviously want the participant to have the best perception of exercise and the world around them, as a happy and safe and comfortable place. And so the progress that we have had with this participant, over X amount of time, is probably going to be severely diminished for a wee while, because we're going to have to reset the gym as that safe place, and that happy place. And it's just really, I had really had to take a solid break, to just, I guess, settle my own head, because it was just really hard to see. I don't like seeing the guys upset and in pain, be it emotionally or be it physically. It's really, really hard to see, as I'm sure all of you would, if you had a family member or a friend, in pain, or taking it out on themselves, or unable to express their emotion. You would want to be there to help. And every participant we have, it kind of feels like that. We want to be able to help, and sometimes you just can't. And sometimes all you can do is be the punching bag, be the bean bag for everything to fall to. So yeah, this week was tough. We had a fantastic week with everything else. Like, we had a huge week at Strong Hearts, and we had a great week with all of our beautiful participants, achieving lots. And we've got some great stuff coming up at the end of the year with a formal, and with everything going on. And just seeing this one participant just in pain, it's just hard. You just want everyone to be happy, to just do their thing, and be progressing. And it's really hard, to see them take it out on themselves. Yeah, it's, as I've gotten the title, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are some tough sessions. There are a fair few parents we kind of have the understanding with, in terms of all of our sessions, that not every session is going to be perfect. That's understood by all of the parents and support workers we have. There's totally plenty of sessions we get barely anything done. But the main thing, rule number one, is making sure the athlete is safe. And then rule number two is making sure that they're happy. So the gym equals the happy place, and we can move forward with exercise being the beautiful happiness driving machine that helps them further down the track. Whether or not they're still with us in 10 years, we want them to associate the gym equals happy. And we've had a fantastic week with all that, but just seeing that one participant really take it out on themselves, that was pretty hard to watch. It kind of just makes you think about things like mental health, and things like all the people around you with what's going on in their head. They don't show it a lot of the time. They just kind of put on their smiley face, and they go forward with their day. And I think one of the beautiful things about our participants is that there is no emotional mask. They don't hide behind anything. They don't just, we'll pop on a smile and just head on to work. Things might be rough right now, but we put on a happy face and we just go to work. You don't get that with our participants. They are honest. They're beautifully honest. It's such a wonderful thing to see. But it also, the downside of that is when they do take it out on themselves, there's no there's no caging that in. Once it's out, and the Pandora's box kind of thing, it just explodes and it's everywhere, and anyone around is unfortunately the victim of that. Yeah, that was just a really tough one to see. And I've already obviously reached out to the support workers, and making sure that everything's okay, and making sure everyone's all right, and everything's fine now. But yeah, it really does beg the question of this young fella, just he knew things weren't good, and he showed it, and he let it all out. And after he let it all out, funnily enough, he was fine. He was good. He just went on with the remainder of his week, right? Like, there was no hiding it. He got the emotion out. He was good. He was fine. But at the time, it seemed like the biggest thing ever. So, I'm not. I just wish there was more we could do to help, to be able to get inside the heads of our participants, and be able to help them. But at being uh, being the safety net for everyone you can around you is such an important thing. If you can reach out to any of your friends, as I say, our participants have the advantage of, they can just show their emotion 24/7. They can show exactly how they're feeling, which means that they can get over whatever situation there is. They can express their emotion. We can work through whatever that emotion is, and then they can move forward, and they're over it, and then they're all good, and that's perfect. It's something that I think a lot of humans in the world could take on board as probably a very good thing. So check on all your friends, and check on your family members, and just do the best you can to help them all out, and just be there for a chat if you need it. This particular participant, not as great as at having a conversation, and it came out physically, and that really sucked. So for those who can communicate really well, communicate with them. All your family and friends that you generally hang out with, they can communicate, and just be there for them. You don't have to reach out and just be like, tell me everything that's wrong. That doesn't help. If you can just be there saying, instead of saying, oh, how was your week? Good. Doesn't help that much. You can respond to that easy. Say, tell me about your week. It makes a big difference. You can get more out of your friends and fam with that, and who knows, they could start telling about their week, and that could be the icebreaker they needed to just kind of unload that little bit of emotion. But yeah, I started this chat just wanting to talk about, it isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and it's not. I have a wonderful job, and I would do it till the day I die. I'll be 75 years old, counting push-ups and singing the Wiggles. It's going to be a great time, right? But you have to take the bad days with the good too. So the young fella he's all good. He is fine now. But yeah, just I guess something to take on board, that hey, it's not always going to be super easy. But this particular support worker, fantastic, and they'll keep being fantastic till I don't ever think they would quit their job. That's how much they love it. They'll keep doing it because they love to help too. They know that these days just come with it, but the good days outweigh the bad so much. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Look, sending big love, and hope yourselves and your family and your friends are all well. But yeah, go check on them, see how they all are. They're all, you're lucky to have the people you have around you. I'm just rambling now. I love yous all. Have a fantastic night. Sorry, I've got a bunch of comments here I didn't even see. Tabitha, you have such a big heart. I'm so glad you can appreciate the good and bad. It's not easy. Thank you so much, Tabitha. That means the world. Thank you. Oh my word, there's actually a lot of yous. Slater, dude, what's the photo in the frame behind you? Looks cool as. My partner actually. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, my partner drew that of us, and she got it on a cool picture frame that I can turn on like that. It's pretty cool, like a big, kind of like a Hollywood frame. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm a lucky dude. So yeah, this is why you're in the sport. We're here for help. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Benny, it's hard to see people in pain and distress. We all have our bad days. Hope they pull through. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, the young fella's pretty good now, which is amazing. Super happy. He is. It's obviously just pretty hard to see when they're taking it out on themselves. You know what I mean? This time of day, it's challenging our emotion. Yeah, you're right, Ella. It can be hard for a lot of people. Hey. Here we go. My goodness, there's a lot. Thank you for sharing. Hope your day goes well. Thanks, Tabitha. Means the world. Hey Sammy, hey Mikey, hey Margaret. My goodness, I've missed about 70 of you in here. I'm so sorry. I've missed a whole bunch of yous. But yeah, hey guys, look, happy Father's Day. This was not meant to be really, really somber. It was just to kind of I have a lot of people contacting me at the moment after all the lockdowns and things. They all want to change jobs, and they're all asking, hey, like, I'd love to do this, and I'd love to, be a coach and help people with different abilities and try and make a big change. And I think it's fantastic. It's so cool. But just remember, what you see on social media is not like we are super truthful on all our socials. Like, we don't lie about anything. We don't there's no, like, I don't know, Photoshop or what. I don't even know how we'd use Photoshop, but some of the participants have bad days, and you gotta remember that, I suppose. Yeah, it does get hard sometimes. It's not the perfect job. You gotta really have a heart for it and be able to take the bad days with the good. And man, by no means, like, I know so many people that are in they have much tougher roles as support workers, and they deal with a lot in their day to day. They deal with so much more than what I probably would. So me even being on here and talking about this, I don't even really have a leg to stand on in terms of how hard my job can be sometimes, because I know plenty of people doing it way tougher than me. They have some rough stuff to go through. So look, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't even really know how I'm meant to finish this, but look, I'm sending big love. I'm gonna send a wave to all of you that are on here. Oh my goodness, there is so many people have joined in, and I've missed so much. There we go. I'll go through and do all this, guys, but hey, oh wow, there is so many people on our Insta Live. My goodness, I've gone live on YouTube to try and make it a little bit easier, and everyone's on Instagram. Are you guys all just sitting in bed, just watching your phone? There we go. All right, I'm going to miss a bunch of these, but I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Look, I love you heaps. Make sure you stay safe. Have a fantastic week. And look, fingers crossed you all have a, great positive week coming up. So, send in big love, guys. Have a good night, eh?